Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and this is day 353 in my countdown to retirement. So, today, as I indicated yesterday, was going to be my wife's cataract surgery. So, I got her over to the surgical center first thing this morning, and it took from the time I got there till the time I left about just shy of 2.5 hours. So, not too bad. Um, and so then took her out to lunch, then brought her home, and she then slept for a couple of hours. But following the surgery, I did what I had planned, which was go to the bank, close out my 2-year CD that came due on Saturday, um, get a cashier's check, and then electronically deposit that into my brokerage account, which it's already posted. So I'm happy with that. And then ultimately, I plan to move that into laddered treasuries, um, so that I don't have to pay the Georgia state tax on the interest earned at maturity. And then after that, I went to Sam's Club because they had been running a special on Dunkin' Donuts K Cups, which is my wife's preferred coffee. She tried several other brands recently, and it's back to the K cups. But they were running a special for $8 off, so ran over to Sam's Club and picked up 2 boxes of the 72 count for her. And then while I was there, I was running low on eggs, so I eat pastured eggs. So I got 3 dozen of the Maker's Mark pastured eggs, which is their brand. And for those of you, looking for eggs, they sell the eggs for like it's just under 550 for 18. So I know that I was speaking with my mom, and she was telling me she was at Publix, and I never look at eggs there, but she said it was $9 a dozen for regular eggs, which to me is crazy. And then while I was also there, as you know, I've been looking to try and find some New York strip, and while the pricing was comparable to Costco's at like 11.40, I think it was 11.49 a pound, which is way more than I wanted to pay. At least the New York strips, were thick enough and looked, the way I want for my particular steaks. So I pick up the package of New York strips, and then on my way home, I stopped at Aldi, and they had grass-fed 85.15 ground beef for a little over $5 a pound. So I picked up that, and then really I stopped there because my wife wanted. Aldi's has a what I call meat lovers pizza, thin crust that's like $7.49 for the pizza. So I picked that up for her so she could have that for dinner tomorrow. And then they also had 85% cocoa dark chocolate for $2.19. So I got 2 of those bars for her and a thing of baby bell mushrooms. But the big thing for the day for me was the bond yields. As you know, yields have been ticking up at the long end of the curve. And then this week, I took and moved a bunch of money across both my IRAs and my Roth IRAs into a 6-month, or I should say 26-week treasury. And that rate came in at 4.33% today, which was up from last week. And I don't remember what it was last week. Let me see. It was 4.256. So 4.33 today, up from 4.256 on January 9th. And, I'm expecting it to stay in that 4.33 kind of range, at least through, March timeframe at the short end. So, in fact, both the 3-month and this, so the 13 week and the 26 week both went off today at exactly the same investment rate of 4.33. So it didn't matter where you were on the short end of the curve, you were getting the same interest. So I thought that was interesting. And then at the bank that I was um, closing my account at, they were offering a special CD for 7 months at 4.6. But again, I just didn't want to leave it at the bank. I'd rather put it into treasuries and consolidate the money in a specific area. And again, for me, this is as I'm building up my cash position uh, pre retirement so that I have several years of expenses in cash so that when I finally do retire at the end of the year, I'll have a buffer in cash. And I think, as I shared previously, my goal is in my Roths to keep an 80-20 allocation, and in my traditional IRAs, it's a 70-30. So I made sure today that I rebalance to that percentage in each of those accounts. And um, kind of, waiting to see what makes the most sense. I know that, the equities that I own in the energy sector, we're doing well today. A lot of the kind of beaten down names that I own also we're doing well, like in healthcare, and then the traditional technology ones, kind of we're all sucking wind. But um, I'm waiting till after the inauguration because I am expecting, the S&P to drop uh, down somewhere close to the 200-day moving average from where it is now, which I want to say is around 5,500, if memory serves, 5,570, something like that. So when it gets down into that range, I'll look to add both more S&P, but also more technology stocks because I still think that's you know where the long-term inflation protection will come is from the growth rate in those particular stocks, over the next 10 years. And I'm still on the cusp of trying to get into BUG for the cybersecurity. I keep getting really close to getting in for the rate that I want or the price I want, but it still hasn't happened. Anyway, that's my update for today. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section down below or drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll look forward to talking with you tomorrow. Take care.